Hello and welcome to the UCLA Anderson Executive MBA Application Workshop. I'm Debbie Quigley, the Associate Director of EMBA Admissions, and I'm glad you're here today to learn a little bit more about our application process. Our team is here to support you along the way, whether that be a one-on-one phone call, an in-person event, or a webinar. We're here to answer your questions and hopefully make this a streamlined process. Today, I want to discuss a couple of overarching things and hopefully get to the point where I can give you some advice and tips as you move forward through the application process. First of all, you want to do your research on the program, and watching this video today is a great start. Again, we invite you to meet with us if you have any specific questions about the program or your candidacy. And once you get to the point where you're ready to start an application, you'll log into our website and create an account on our portal, gather the materials, submit the application. And at that point, interviews will be conducted by a member of the admissions committee and are offered by invitation only once we receive that application. Applicants will be notified by email if they've been selected for an interview. Upon completion of the interview and receipt of your completed application, decisions will be released on a rolling basis. And here we note the 3 rounds for applications and approximate release dates for those decisions. This process takes place each year, and our cohort begins in the fall of each year as well. Next, I'm going to get into more specifics about the key application elements. First of all, you're going to want to collect your official academic documents. So this refers to your transcripts, undergraduate and graduate degrees as well. We do request that those be sent directly to our portal through the admissions email, which is noted in the application as well. You'll also want to upload your most recent resume that includes your complete employment history. We do require 2 essays, and we'll get into the specifics of the essays in just a bit, and identify 2 references for recommendations. We will also show you the sample letter of recommendation that we send out to each of your references. Notably, we do not require an entrance exam at this time, so you do not need to complete the GMAT, GRE, or EA. If you have already completed those and you'd like to upload that score, that is okay with us, but it is not required. Some candidates will be required to take an English placement test. Typically, that's if your undergraduate studies were completed in a non-English speaking country. If you're unsure of your status, again, please meet with us one-on-one, and we can discuss specifics about what your requirements might be. Next, I'd like to talk about academic readiness. We value all of our students' experience and background, and simply want to make sure each student is prepared as possible. Thus, academic readiness is an important part of our application process. Instead of having the GMAT, GRE, or EA as a requirement, we do evaluate each applicant to ensure that they're prepared for the quantitative aspects of the program. In lieu of this entrance exam, UCLA Anderson has invested in developing our own MBA Math Readiness program. All incoming students will have access to this resource, and the cost of the course is covered by UCLA Anderson. Depending on your level of math and quant work that you do on a day-to-day basis or that you studied undergraduate or in graduate studies, you may be asked to complete the online self-paced math course before the program starts in the fall. This would be communicated to you upon admission to the program. You can use the career section, essay field, and optional questions throughout your application to share more about your academic history and career experience that may help us understand your quantitative readiness. Please note, if you are under a 3.0 GPA undergrad, we do have an academic prep form for you to complete to get personalized information and assessments from our team, which can help provide you with resources to help support your academic profile as you apply to the program. We can provide that academic prep form upon request. Your official documents, which I touched on before, are basically your transcripts sent to us directly from your degree granting universities, whether that be undergraduate or graduate degrees. International applicants, please note that your documents are required in the original language as well as an English translation. And then once you have submitted those documents or you made that request, you can check in the portal to see if we've received them. So once we receive them, you'll see a green check in the portal, which will tell you we've received the official documents and you're good to go. Please note also, you can submit your application before we receive these documents. You simply have to request them. Essays. As I mentioned earlier, 2 essays are required for first-time applicants to the Executive MBA program. If you're a re-applicant, we only require 1 update essay. What we want out of these essays is for you to share your personal perspective and story with us. So your career journey thus far. We want you to be genuine and answer the questions directly. They're short essays, introspective and succinct, and please elaborate on your career plans. So essay 1 is really a leadership essay, and we want to know a little bit about your journey thus far, and specifically a defining moment in that journey. Essay 2 is your why. Why do you want to get an MBA? And how will an MBA from UCLA help you achieve those goals that you've outlined for us? Essay 3 is an optional essay, and it's really an opportunity to provide more information if you feel like you haven't been able to address a circumstance or situation in your background or your history that you haven't been able to address in either of the other essays or throughout your resume and so forth. The next section of the application will be the employment history. A couple nuances you'll want to keep in mind as you fill in this section. First of all, you're going to upload an updated resume. You can also attach a LinkedIn or CV as well, but the most recent resume is the one we are going to evaluate. So if by chance you've submitted your application and you get a promotion or you change jobs, you can always reach out to us one-on-one and send that new resume, and we will take that as your last and most updated resume. Unfortunately, you cannot delete an old resume if you've already uploaded it. So again, just reach out to us and we'll help you with that. Second is we want you to complete all the required job fields in the application. So what does that mean? We basically want your entire career history. If you have multiple positions at one employer, you're going to list that employer once and then a start-stop date for each of those positions as you've changed jobs within maybe one corporation. As far as internships, part-time work, extracurricular activities, you do not need to include those in your career history. You may include those on your resume, and of course, you may share those with us if you're invited to an interview. Military experience, entrepreneurship, family business experience, things like that should be included in your employment history. And finally, unemployment or work gaps. If you're currently unemployed or you've had a gap in your work history, simply provide the start and end dates for your most recent employers. Be sure to also list your reasons for leaving each employer. You may also use that optional essay that I just mentioned to explain any current or prior gaps in employment. Recommendations. 2 letters of reference are required for each new applicant. 1 is required for re-applicants. We always recommend that this be a current or previous supervisor, somebody who knows you in a work situation very well. These references can speak to your performance, your capabilities, your potential for leadership, and graduate studies at UCLA Anderson. They will be asked to evaluate your strengths and areas of growth, plus they'll rate you across a variety of metrics on a Likert scale. And please remember the final recommendations can come in after you submit your application. So once you enter the references information, their name, email, etc., and save that, we will send a form out to them. We do not need to receive that form back at the time you submit the application. We just need to receive it to complete your application. Here you see the sample recommendation form that would be sent out to each of your references. So once you save that information in the application portal, we will send this form out to your references automatically. Once we receive the form back from them, you will see in your portal the green check mark next to their names. If you have any questions, just check the portal or email us if you feel like you need to ask somebody else. If they're out of town, we can help you with that. So this is very similar to the GMAT Common Letter of Recommendation you've probably seen online. It does have a Likert scale and some short answers. They're very succinct. They're related to your working relationship, your skill set, your leadership, and your ability to be a good student in a program like the Executive MBA program at UCLA Anderson. Finally, some next steps. So once you submit the application, you will receive an email acknowledging that we have received that. As I mentioned earlier, it is a rolling decision process, and we start reviewing your application as soon as it is complete and it's submitted to us. You can check the application portal for new and pending action items and look for an email invitation for an interview once your application has been submitted. The timeline is about 8 to 10 weeks. So give it a couple weeks. If you, of course, have any questions, as I mentioned before, the team is here to assist you, to help you through the process and to answer any specific questions you might have about your specific situation and your candidacy. We really look forward to receiving your applications this year. Just to note again, the round deadlines, we do receive applications throughout the year and provide decisions on a rolling basis. Our first application deadline will be coming up in December 1st, and the final deadline, May 1st. Our cohort starts the fall of the following year each year, and the decision process is about 8 to 10 weeks. We welcome you to connect with us, whether it's through an online Q&A or an in-person Dean's Preview, and we look forward to getting to know you through that application process. Thanks so much for listening today.